Voila! This is how they'll try to initially convince the citizens of every country to eat synthetic laboratory meat, synthetic lab meat. They created the artificial energy food crisis. Now they're preparing on a global level how they'll get food, the citizens who will only be allowed common small crops in the areas they will live in and have necessary products that will be provided by the world powers with the multinational factories. All the rest will be closed down. In a relatively recent article, ABC News writes about Australia, which is traditionally a titan country in sheep breeding and exporting meat products to the whole planet, something that's expected to change. And it specifically mentions grilling a rack of lamb is Australian culture, but many are looking for alternative sources of protein amid growing concerns about food safety, animal welfare, and the environment. So what if you could sink your teeth into some juicy lab-grown lamb? Melbourne startup Magic Valley has managed to grow meat using a small sample of skin cells taken from Lucy the lamb, which the company says is still happily roaming its paddock so they can market the mutants for food to the impoverished masses. They say so the poor animals won't be slaughtered. However, who knows what the lab-made meat will contain? Or to put it another way, who knows what the lab-made mRNAs have? Lucy's cells were placed in a mixture of water, amino acids, and other nutrients, and grown in a large container called a bioreactor before being harvested and turned into meat. Magic Valley founder Paul Bevan said the unstructured product, similar to ground meat found in sausages and hamburgers, would be produced on a small scale for restaurants and the food service industry within 12 to 18 months, pending regulatory approval. The long-term goal is structured products such as lamb chops, steaks, and strips, which the company aims to have on Australian supermarket shelves in 2 to 3 years. Wraps containing lamb. The lamb product still needs regulatory approval before it can be sold in restaurants and supermarkets, so does it really taste like meat? The flavor profile is, for all intents and purposes, identical to the traditional lamb product, Bevan said. And he adds, the prototypes we've created caramelize like traditional lamb when you cook it, so hopefully we're very close to authentic taste. The co-founder, George Pepu, said the factory, which will open in the coming weeks, will begin producing products for export to countries such as Singapore and the United States, with their first target market being high-end restaurants. Like TV specialists and chefs who have overwhelmed the televisions will present laboratory meat as something wonderful, safe, and necessary. Will there be those who will believe them, though? And Mr. Pepu expects Australia's top 10 export markets for beef and lamb, including China, Japan, and the Middle East, will also be big markets for alternative proteins. This is from LGR. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.